Ancient whispers from the Indian subcontinent speak of an essence within us. They call it the Atma. This is not the body, which is temporary, a vessel for a time. It is not the mind with its fleeting thoughts and shifting emotions. The Atma, they say, is the soul. It is the true self, an eternal spark of consciousness, a silent witness to the unfolding drama of existence. Imagine a traveler journeying through countless experiences, learning, growing, yet fundamentally unchanged in its core nature. This is the concept of the Atma, the profound idea about who we truly are beyond the surface appearances of our daily lives and mortal forms. This traveler, the Atma, is said to be timeless. It does not begin with birth, nor does it end with death. Instead, it embarks on a vast cycle of existence, a journey through many lifetimes. Each life is a new chapter, a different costume, a unique set of circumstances, yet the traveler remains. This profound idea challenges our common understanding of self, pushing us to look deeper. It suggests a continuity that transcends the physical limitations we perceive. The universe, in its grand tapestry, might hold such enduring principles, consciousness itself being one of its most mysterious and persistent phenomena, echoing through the ages. Consider the stars. They are born, they live, they die, sometimes in spectacular explosions. Yet the matter they're made of is recycled, reformed into new stars, new planets, perhaps new life. Could consciousness, in some analogous way, also follow such a pattern of persistence and transformation? The ancient seers of India contemplated this very notion. They saw life not as a singular, isolated event, but as part of an immense, interconnected cosmic process. The Atma, in this view, is a fundamental constituent of this cosmic reality, forever part of the grand universal play, an undying light passing through many lamps. This concept of an eternal soul offers a different perspective on our place in the cosmos. It suggests that we are more than just fleeting biological organisms. It hints at a deeper, more enduring aspect of our being. If the Atma is indeed eternal, then each moment we live gains a new significance, a weight that extends far beyond our current lifespan. Our experiences, our learning, our growth, perhaps these are not lost, but contribute to something far larger. The universe is vast and full of wonders we are only beginning to comprehend. The nature of consciousness and its persistence remains one of its most compelling mysteries for us to explore. Hand in hand with the concept of the Atma comes another powerful idea, karma. This Sanskrit word is often misunderstood in popular culture. It is not simply fate or destiny, preordained and unchangeable. Rather, karma is the universal law of cause and effect. It states quite elegantly that every action has a consequence. Every thought, every word, every deed sets in motion a chain of events. These events, in turn, shape our future experiences, not just in this life, but potentially in lives to come. Guiding the journey of the eternal Atma, it's a cosmic accounting system, meticulously fair and unfailingly accurate. Imagine dropping a pebble into a still pond. The ripples spread outwards, affecting the entire surface. Our actions, according to the principle of karma, are like those pebbles. They create ripples in the fabric of existence. Positive actions, those born of kindness, compassion, and wisdom, generate positive ripples. These contribute to a harmonious future, a more favorable environment for the Atma's ongoing journey. Conversely, negative actions driven by selfishness, anger, or ignorance create discordant ripples. These lead to challenging circumstances, lessons to be learned, imbalances to be rectified. The universe, it seems, has a way of maintaining equilibrium. This principle is not about reward or punishment meted out by some celestial judge. It's more impersonal, more scientific in its essence. It's about the inherent nature of reality. Just as gravity dictates that an apple falls to the ground, karma dictates that actions yield corresponding results. It's a framework for understanding the moral dimension of the universe. Our choices have power. They are not isolated events, but integral parts of an interconnected web. This intricate dance of cause and effect propels the Atma through its cycles of experience, constantly learning, evolving, and striving towards a greater understanding of its true nature and its place within the cosmic order. Therefore, the journey of the Atma is not random. It is guided by the accumulated weight of its past actions. This karmic ledger influences the circumstances of each new incarnation, the family, the environment, the opportunities, and the challenges faced. It's a continuous feedback loop. We are, in a very real sense, the architects of our own destiny through the choices we make moment by moment. This ancient wisdom encourages a profound sense of responsibility. It empowers us to shape our future by cultivating positive qualities and making conscious choices in the present, knowing that every action reverberates through the corridors of time. Now let us shift our gaze from ancient philosophy to the laboratories of modern science. Here we encounter another kind of eternal traveler, another form of persistence. It's not called Atma, but it carries the essence of life forward through time. I speak of information, specifically the information encoded within the remarkable molecule known as DNA deoxyribonucleic acid. This intricate double helix structure resides within the cells of nearly every living organism on Earth. It is the biological blueprint, the instruction manual for building and operating a life form, passed down from generation to generation with astonishing fidelity. Think of DNA as a vast library containing a story billions of years in the making. Each gene is a word, a sentence, a chapter in the epic of life. This information, this genetic code, is incredibly ancient. Parts of your DNA have been passed down through an unbroken chain stretching back to the earliest forms of life on our planet. It has survived ice ages, asteroid impacts, and countless environmental challenges. It is, in a very real sense, immortal. While individual organisms are transient, the information they carry persists, adapting, evolving, and continuing its journey through the eons. This is a profound form of continuity, a scientific echo of ancient ideas about an enduring essence. The precision with which this genetic information is copied and transmitted is astounding. Tiny molecular machines work ceaselessly to replicate DNA, ensuring that each new cell, each new offspring receives a faithful copy of the ancestral instructions. Of course, occasional errors or mutations do occur. These are not always detrimental. Sometimes they are the very engines of evolution, introducing new variations that can help a species adapt to changing conditions. So this information is not static. It is dynamic, constantly being tested and refined by the pressures of natural selection, yet its core message of life continues its relentless march forward, a testament to its resilience. So while science may not speak of a soul in the same way as ancient traditions, it reveals a remarkable parallel in the persistence of information. The genetic code that defines us connects us directly to our ancestors and indeed to the entire web of life on Earth. It is a physical, tangible link to the past and a bridge to the future. Our DNA carries the legacy of survivors, a testament to the tenacity of life itself. This molecular thread weaves through generations, a silent, powerful current ensuring that life in its myriad forms endures. It's a different kind of eternity, one written in the language of chemistry, but no less wondrous. The DNA within each of us is more than just a personal identifier. It's a tapestry woven from countless ancestral threads. Consider your own genetic makeup. Half of your chromosomes come from your mother, the other half from your father. They in turn received their genetic heritage from their parents, and so on, stretching back through an immense lineage of human history and beyond. Each ancestor contributed a small piece to the puzzle that is you. This intricate dance of inheritance ensures the continuation of our species, carrying forward the collective wisdom and adaptations accumulated over millennia. It's a living library of human experience. This transmission of genetic information is the bedrock of heredity. It explains why children often resemble their parents in physical appearance, why certain talents or predispositions might run in families, but it's more than just physical traits. Our genes also influence aspects of our temperament, our vulnerabilities to certain diseases, and even some of our behavioral tendencies. The story of humanity is encoded not just in history books, but within the very cells of our bodies. Each new generation is a fresh expression of this ancient code, carrying forward the legacy of those who came before, a continuous unfolding narrative. Imagine the vastness of this human family tree. Every person alive today is connected to this sprawling network of genetic relationships. We are all distant cousins, sharing common ancestors if we go back far enough. This biological interconnectedness is a profound scientific reality. The choices made by our ancestors, who they partnered with, where they lived, the challenges they overcame, all contributed to the genetic legacy that has shaped us. Their struggles and triumphs are, in a way, embedded within our DNA, influencing the raw material from which our lives are built. This is a powerful reminder of our shared heritage. Therefore, the information carried in our DNA is not merely a private code, it is part of a larger, collective human story. It is a testament to survival, adaptation, and the enduring power of life to perpetuate itself. Every time a child is born, this ancient information is passed on, carrying with it the potential for new combinations, new expressions, and the continuation of the human journey. This relentless flow of genetic information from parent to child, generation after generation, is a fundamental aspect of what it means to be human. It is how humanity, as a species, achieves a form of biological immortality, constantly renewing itself. Section 5. The science of consequence, our actions, our legacy. Beyond the direct transmission of genes, science is revealing other fascinating ways our actions and experiences can influence future generations. Consider the burgeoning field of epigenetics. This area of study explores how environmental factors and life experiences can cause changes in gene expression without altering the underlying DNA sequence itself. Think of it as adding notes or highlights to the genetic script. These epigenetic marks can sometimes be passed down from one generation to the next, influencing the health, development, and even behavior of offspring. Our lives, it seems, can leave a biochemical imprint. For example, studies suggest that factors like diet, stress, or exposure to toxins can lead to epigenetic modifications. These changes might make future generations more or less susceptible to certain conditions. This is a remarkable concept. It means that the way we live our lives today, the food we eat, the stresses we endure, the environment we inhabit, could have tangible biological consequences for our children and even grandchildren. This is a scientific echo of the idea that our actions have far-reaching effects, a kind of biological karma where the consequences are written in the subtle language of gene regulation passed down through the lineage. Furthermore, we transmit more than just genes and epigenetic tags. We also pass on behaviors, cultural norms, values, and knowledge through learning and social transmission. This is often called cultural evolution or memetics. The stories we tell, the traditions we uphold, the ethical frameworks we instill in our children. These all shape the environment in which future generations will grow and develop. These learned patterns can be just as powerful, if not more so, than genetic inheritance in shaping human societies and individual destinies. Our actions create a legacy of behavior and belief. So, our influence on the future is multifaceted. It's not just about the genes we pass on, it's also about the epigenetic landscape we might sculpt and the cultural environment we cultivate. Our choices today, how we care for ourselves, how we interact with others, how we steward our planet, create ripples that extend far beyond our own lifespan. Science is showing us with increasing clarity that we are deeply interconnected with those who will follow. Our lives are not lived in isolation, they are part of a continuous stream, influencing the flow of humanity's future in profound and measurable ways. Section 6. Ancient Echoes, Modern Discoveries, Converging Paths. It is fascinating to observe the parallels between ancient wisdom and modern scientific understanding. The concept of karma, originating thousands of years ago, posited that our actions have consequences that shape our future. It was an intuitive understanding of a universe governed by cause and effect, extending even into the moral and experiential realms. Today, science offers complementary perspectives. While it doesn't speak of rebirth in the same way, it clearly demonstrates that our actions have profound and lasting impacts, both on our own lives and on the lives of future generations. This convergence is truly thought-provoking. Consider the epigenetic imprints we discussed. The lifestyle choices of a parent, diet, stress, exposure to toxins can affect the gene expression in their offspring. This is a tangible biological mechanism by which the actions of one generation influence the well-being and predispositions of the next. Is this not a scientific reflection of karma's core tenet? The choices made, the conditions experienced, leave a mark that is carried forward. It's not a mystical force, but a biochemical reality, a direct consequence of how life interacts with its environment, echoing through time. Similarly, the transmission of culture, values, and behaviors creates a powerful legacy. A society that prioritizes education, compassion, and sustainable practices will likely foster future generations that embody these qualities, leading to a more prosperous and harmonious world. Conversely, a legacy of conflict, ignorance, or environmental neglect will create challenges for those who follow. This intergenerational transmission of learned patterns is another way our present actions sculpt the future. Ancient philosophies understood this through moral narratives and ethical teachings. Science now elucidates the psychological and sociological mechanisms at play. The wisdom of the ancients seems to find new resonance. The beauty lies not in trying to force a perfect one-to-one correspondence between ancient spiritual concepts and modern scientific theories. Rather, it's in recognizing a shared human intuition, a deep-seated understanding that we are not isolated beings. Our lives are interwoven and our choices matter profoundly. Whether we call it karma or the science of consequence, the underlying message is one of interconnectedness and responsibility. Both perspectives, ancient and modern, compel us to consider the far-reaching impact of how we live, urging us to act with foresight and wisdom for the betterment of all. Section 7. Shaping Tomorrow, the Power of Individual Choice. The implications of both ancient wisdom and modern science converge on a powerful point. Individual choices matter immensely. You are not merely a passive observer in the grand cosmic drama. You are an active participant, a co-creator of the future. Every decision you make, no matter how small it may seem, contributes to the unfolding tapestry of human experience. The kindness you show to a stranger, the effort you put into your work, the way you care for your environment. These actions ripple outwards, influencing not only your own path, but also the collective destiny of humanity. This is an empowering realization. Think about the cumulative effect of individual actions. If one person chooses to reduce their waste, it's a small step. But if millions, or even billions, make similar choices, the impact on the planet can be transformative. If one person speaks out against injustice, their voice might seem faint. But when many voices join in chorus, they can challenge entrenched systems and bring about profound social change. The power of the collective begins with the conviction of the individual. Your daily life is a laboratory for shaping the future, one conscious choice at a time. This isn't about achieving perfection, it's about intention and effort. It's about striving to live in alignment with values that promote well-being, both for ourselves and for others. It's about recognizing that our personal development contributes to the development of the species. When we cultivate empathy, critical thinking, and resilience within ourselves, we become better equipped to contribute positively to the world around us. We become nodes of positive influence, subtly shifting the trajectory of the human story towards a more enlightened and compassionate future, one thoughtful action after another. Therefore, the legacy we leave behind is not solely determined by our genetic inheritance or grand heroic deeds. It is woven from the fabric of our everyday lives, our attitudes, our behaviors, our relationships. Do we choose to build bridges or walls? Do we choose to sow seeds of understanding or discord? These are the questions that define our impact. By embracing the power of our individual choices, we can consciously contribute to a legacy that uplifts future generations, helping to craft a world that is more just, more sustainable, and more humane. The future is not something that merely happens to us. It is something we actively create together. Section 8. Beyond our lifespan. Building a better world anew. Our influence extends far beyond the biological and behavioral imprints we leave on our immediate descendants. Humanity possesses a unique ability, the capacity to build a legacy that transcends individual lifespans through knowledge, art, institutions, and shared values. Think of the great scientific discoveries, the timeless works of literature and music, the philosophical insights that have shaped civilizations. These are contributions that continue to enrich and guide humanity long after their creators are gone. This is another profound way we can contribute to the well-being of future generations. Consider the institutions we build, schools that foster learning, hospitals that heal, organizations that protect human rights and the environment. These structures, when founded on wisdom and foresight, can serve as pillars supporting a better future. They are mechanisms for transmitting not just information but also compassion, justice, and the tools for progress. Investing our energy in creating and strengthening such positive institutions is a powerful way to extend our positive influence through time, creating frameworks within which future lives can flourish and reach their highest potential. Furthermore, the very act of striving for a better world, of working towards ideals like peace, equality, and sustainability creates a powerful cultural current. It inspires others, it shifts collective consciousness, and it lays the groundwork for future progress. Even if we don't see the full realization of our dreams within our own lifetime, the effort itself matters. It becomes part of humanity's ongoing story of aspiration and endeavor. Each generation builds upon the efforts of those who came before, carrying the torch of progress a little further. This is a collective project, spanning centuries. Thus, creating a metaphorical heaven on earth is not a passive hope, but an active, ongoing process of construction. It involves cultivating not only our inner lives, but also the outer world we share. It means fostering empathy and understanding between diverse peoples. It means developing sustainable technologies and practices that honor our planet. It means championing justice and opportunity for all. By dedicating ourselves to these larger goals, we contribute to a legacy that enriches the human experience for generations to come, building a world where more beings can thrive in peace and fulfillment. Section 9. A cosmos of potential, our shared human destiny. We stand at a remarkable juncture in the history of our planet and perhaps in the history of the cosmos. We are beings who can contemplate our own origins, understand the intricate workings of life, and consciously shape our future. The ancient wisdom of the Atma and Karma speaks to an enduring essence and the profound impact of our actions. Modern science illuminates the mechanisms of heredity, the persistence of information in our DNA, and the ways our environment and choices can sculpt the legacy we leave for those who will walk this earth after us. These perspectives, though different in language, converge on a shared truth. We are profoundly interconnected. The universe has gifted us with consciousness, the ability to reflect, to choose, to create. This is an immense privilege and an equally immense responsibility. The future of humanity, and indeed the future of many other species on this planet, rests increasingly in our hands. Our actions today are not isolated events. They are seeds sown in the fertile ground of time, and they will blossom into the realities of tomorrow. Will we cultivate a garden of peace, understanding, and sustainability? Or will we allow weeds of conflict, ignorance, and destruction to take root? The choice ultimately is ours, both individually and collectively. Imagine a future where humanity lives in harmony with itself and with the natural world. A future where knowledge is cherished, compassion is a guiding principle, and every individual has the opportunity to reach their full potential. This is not a utopian fantasy, it is a possible destiny, one that we can actively work towards. It requires us to transcend narrow self-interest and embrace a broader, more inclusive vision of our shared humanity. It calls for courage, wisdom, and a deep sense of responsibility to the generations that will follow us onto this cosmic stage. Let us therefore embrace this challenge with open hearts and minds. Let us strive to live lives of purpose, integrity, and kindness. Let our actions be guided by the understanding that we are all part of a vast interconnected web of existence. By living well, by choosing wisely, by working together, we can contribute to the creation of that metaphorical heaven on earth. A world where the human spirit can soar and where the enduring journey of life continues to unfold in ever greater beauty and complexity. The cosmos awaits our contribution. Let us make it a magnificent one for all time.